banks of the mighty river Brahmaputra stands still the oldest and renowned university of Northeast, the Gauhati University. And Gauhati University is all set up for the 8th National Film Festival 2018. So we have lots of things in the pipeline, and hello viewers, welcome to the 8th National Science Film Festival 2018 with me Anubhuti and my co-host Ricky Sharma.
Hi Anubhuti,
Yes.
Welcome everyone to the 8th National Science Film Festival. And as Anubhuti said, that it is indeed a very proud moment for Gauhati University to be hosting a festival of this stature. And talking about science, we all know how important science is in our life, and the only motto behind organizing a festival like this is to develop a scientific temperament among the youth, so that the youth get involved. And as far as this festival is concerned, there will be film screenings, there will be competitive film screenings, there will be screenings from foreign countries, there will be panel discussions, master classes by some of the best in the industry, and someone like a Mike Pandey coming on the inaugural day is a big thing for all the students who are present here and for film lovers as well. So a number of things lined up over the next 5 days of the festival. Are you looking forward to it,
Yes,
Anubhuti?
of course, and there will be screening of films in both the halls of Gauhati University and also at the Regional Science Center at Khanapara.
Well, we have the PD hall right behind us, and we also have the AT hall. So these are the two halls adjacent to each other, where we'll be having film screenings, panel discussions, and lots of other things. We'll keep you updated regarding that. Stay with us at the 8th National Science Film Festival 2018.
The first day of the 8th National Science Film Festival of India 2018 witnessed the presence of many people coming together to be a part of the festival. The registration desk set up for the purpose was crowded by film enthusiasts and by those who wanted to be a part of the film-making competition.
So we have with us Ankuran Datta, and let's have a talk with him. And sir, can you tell us about regarding this festival? Like, this is the first time this type of festival is taking place in Northeast, right?
Yes, we are very happy from the Gauhati University fraternity, and particularly being the head of the Department of Communication and Journalism, Gauhati University. So we are very happy that we are hosting this 8th National Science Film Festival of India. And there are several reasons actually. Number one is that we are celebrating Golden Jubilee of our department. Not only the Golden Jubilee of our department, but also the Golden Jubilee of Media and Communication Education in Northeast. Because our department is the first department in Northeast, in media department in Northeast, and fourth oldest media department of the country. So that is number one. So in this occasion, on the occasion of Golden Jubilee celebration, so we are also celebrating this, organizing this film festival. That is number one. Number two is that Vigyan Prasar is, for the first time, they are organizing this film festival with partnering a university. So that is another reason. And third is that this science film festival, national level science film festival, is organizing here for the first time in the Northeast. So there are basically three reasons. That is why I'm very happy and excited as well.
The inaugural session of the 8th National Science Film Festival 2018 was graced by the presence of the chief guest, Dr. Mike Pandey, a noted wildlife filmmaker and environmentalist and three-time Green Oscar winner. Guest of honor, Professor Sambhunath Singh, Director of New Media Studies, IGNOU, New Delhi. Honorable Vice Chancellor of Gauhati University, Professor Mridul Hazarika. Dr. S.K. Nath, Registrar, Gauhati University. Mr. Nimish Kapoor, Festival Director of the 8th National Science Film Festival of India 2018, and Dr. Ankuran Datta, Convener of the festival and Head of the Department of Communication and Journalism, Gauhati University. Dr. S.K. Nath, Registrar of Gauhati University, delivered the welcome address and wished it a grand success.
I welcome all of you to this august occasion, and I hope that this will be a very successful event. And I, on behalf of the Gauhati University fraternity, welcome you all once again and hope that this will be a rewarding experience for all of you.
Mr. Nimish Kapoor, Festival Director, 8th National Science Film Festival of India 2018, and scientist and head Science Films Division, Vigyan Prasar, in his address said that since the festival's inception in 2011 till this year's edition, a total of 215 films have been screened.
मुझे याद है 2011 का वो दिन जब हमें कोशिश करनी पड़ती थी कि हमारे फेस्टिवल में फिल्म आए, फिल्म मेकर्स आएँ और हम कुछ साइंटिस्ट को बुलाएं, बहुत जद्दोजहद करनी पड़ती थी। और आज मुझे बताते हुए बहुत खुशी है कि 8 साल की जर्नी में हमको इस फेस्टिवल में 215 फिल्म्स मिली हैं।
He said that the objectives of the festival have been to promote science film culture in the country, promote science film making and inculcate scientific temper amongst the masses. He also added that science films will help students to learn and understand their science subjects better.
मकसद इस फिल्म फेस्टिवल का to promote science film culture in the country, promote science filmmaking, and ultimate object is to promote, inculcate scientific temper.
In his address to the gathering, the chief guest of the National Science Film Festival of India 2018, Dr. Mike Pandey, renowned wildlife filmmaker and environmentalist, said that we have damaged the planet, some out of ignorance, while some out of greed.
Our activities have damaged the planet. Some of it has been damaged because of our ignorance, some out of greed. I'll give you one example of how we have become a greed-driven species, a greed-driven society. It's all about me. You cannot live in isolation. The planet is interconnected, and that's why science enables you, makes you aware. And the need today is citizen science simplified so that it can go. That's why you make scientific films.
Regarding the importance of science film festivals, the chief guest said,
what role in each area of our lives does science play? That comes through films. And the need to get this information to millions of people across India is urgent. And that's where festivals like these play a crucial role. Effective, value-based, happening films, engaging films that go and inform people right at the grassroots level to the policymaker. We have a very diverse viewership here. So we have to address our films in such a way that they reach everyone. I'll give you an example of America. The most fertile valley is Central Valley, California, which produces 82% of the almonds in the world. So the almond maker got very greedy and said, why not 85, Joe? So they used a cocktail of sprays, including aerial spray. That year, the crop from Central Valley, California, 646 square kilometer area of monoculture, one farm of nothing but almonds, not even one single wildflower grows there. That farm produced about 92%. They were overjoyed. But next 3 years, nothing grew. In came the scientist. So they just asked one question: where is the pollinator? Because here, this is happening in Kashmir also, by the way, where pesticides are being used extensively. People in Kashmir bathe the tree with pesticides. Who's going to inform them? Scientists, your films. So the apples that you eat are nothing but pesticide. So now let me tell you. Scientists came and said, okay, let's bring some bees. But because those bees were fed only on one nectar of the almond, not a balanced diet like you have, their immunity had fallen and they were affected by 5 different viruses. 70% of all the bees in America are dead, inflicted by virus, and 14 other countries have been inflicted. This is called a CCD, Community Collapse Disorder. And this has come to Europe. It has come to part of our country also, where we are working to reintroduce the bee. Now, America imports over 3 lakh honeybees from Europe to pollinate the crop and then take it to Florida. It's only when you understand this that you can take remedial measures. People are not using pesticides anymore in Europe and in America. How will our common farmer understand in simple languages what to do? So we need films that empower. We need films as a tool that strengthen the community. And you as filmmakers, as students, carry that responsibility to make effective, powerful films that can make a difference.
Professor Sambhunath Singh, Director, School of New Media Studies, IGNOU, New Delhi, who was the guest of honor, spoke on the appropriateness of having universities as venues for organizing such science film festivals.
And choosing a university as a platform, as a venue, I think it's more appropriate than partnering with scientific institutions, because university have young minds, they have communicators, they have young citizen of the society. So university को as a venue अगर पार्टनरशिप के लिए चुना है विज्ञान प्रसार ने, तो इट्स वेरी अप्रोप्रिएट एंड गुड थिंग. यूनिवर्सिटी में इतने सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जर्नलिज्म मास कम्युनिकेशन डिपार्टमेंट के भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, तो मेरा ख्याल है कि इट्स वेरी अप्रोप्रिएट.
He also said Department of Communication and Journalism can further enhance scientific temperament and help in achieving the desired purpose of the festival.
कम्युनिकेशन के लोग जानते हैं कि फिल्म एज ए मीडियम ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन इज़ ए वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट, वेरी इफेक्टिव मीन्स. तो मुझे लगता है साइंटिफिक टेम्पर को पॉपुलराइज करने, उसको बढ़ाने के लिए इससे ज़्यादा इफेक्टिव कोई दूसरा मीडियम हो सकता है. तो दैट्स वाई दिस इवेंट इज़ हैपनिंग हियर, एंड आई थिंक next 5 days, 4-5 days, it's provide a great opportunity to communicator, to filmmaker, to normal student interact with each other and share their experiences and enhance the basic goal of, basic purpose of this science film festival.
Professor Manoj Pateria, Director, CSIR, NISCARE, in his speech said that the festival is a forum for cross-pollination of ideas, science, culture, society, philosophy, literature and films, and which will help in the inculcation of scientific temper amongst the youths.
I would like to say this is a forum for cross-pollination of ideas, a cross-pollination of science, culture, society, philosophy, literature and films. So that gives a very good boost for our common cause for which we are working for decades together, that is science and technology communication and inculcation of scientific temperament amongst the masses.
He also added that both scientific knowledge and scientific temper together can bring overall development.
That the actual progress can be achieved only through scientific instruction. Look at the value of the scientific instruction. Scientific instruction carries two important things. One, the scientific knowledge, and the other is the scientific temper. If combined together, I think that holds the key for the overall development. Scientific temper is the way to looking at the things, analyzing things. It also means how systematic you are, how analytical you are, how rational you are, and prominently how you are able to take decisions without any bias, without any prejudice, without any pressure, without any greed, without any fear. If you are able to take that kind of decision, it means you are having a scientific temperament, scientific bent of mind. But only scientific temper cannot do everything. You require knowledge, scientific knowledge. And that scientific knowledge, I think, in a way, so that a common man can also comprehend that knowledge.
In his chairman's remark, the Vice Chancellor of Gauhati University, Professor Mridul Hazarika, said that the university is proud to be the partner of this festival. He said the film festival will increase the power of reasoning amongst the viewers.
This film festival, I'm sure, will increase the power of reasoning amongst those viewers. That is more important, that if we really need to appreciate the facts, if we want to see things with objectivity, and our must have the power of reasoning, and that is more important, and that can only come from this type of programs.
He also spoke on the role played by Gauhati University's Department of Communication and Journalism.
This is the first department in Northeast India, will definitely play a very important role in coming days as far as the mass communication is concerned. And this type of programs will not only really give us scope to learn, this will really empower us, empower the university in all respect to take the next step in our journey.
On the occasion, a festival book was also released by the chief guest, Dr. Mike Pandey.
I would like to thank all for being here in the this inaugural session and for 5 days event of National Science Film Festival.
Delivering the vote of thanks, Dr. Ankuran Datta, convener of the 8th National Science Film Festival of India 2018, thanked Vigyan Prasar, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, as this is the first time in the festival's history that the Science Film Festival is organized in collaboration with a university. He also spoke about the Department of Communication and Journalism of Gauhati University, which happens to be the 4th oldest media department of the country. On the first day of the festival, several films were screened. There were Indian films sponsored by both government and non-government institutions and organizations.
The international community has developed an institutional and governance framework. RED Plus, reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation. RED Plus aims to curb deforestation and forest degradation by assigning a financial value to the carbon store so that it becomes more attractive to keep these forests intact. When effectively distributed, funds from RED Plus will reward the local and indigenous communities for their conservation efforts as the protectors of these forests. To strengthen the enabling environment for RED Plus in India, the United States Agency for International Development USAID and the Government of India, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change came together with a collaborative program, the Partnership for Land Use Science, or Forest Plus.
Well, viewers, here at the 8th National Science Film Festival 2018 at Gauhati University. As we mentioned a short while ago that we'll be having masterclasses, seminars, discussions and lots more. So here we have with us Sri Narayan Parsuramji, a filmmaker and a former professor of IIT Bombay, specializing in music and sound technology. So inka abhi masterclass hai where he'll be dwelling upon the subject, the science of music in films. Such a huge topic, sir, such a large topic. I'm sure it must be challenging for you to sum it up in the time limit that has been provided to you. But for the viewers, what are the things that you will be basically dwelling upon, and how do you feel being part of this festival?
See, first of all, as I told you a little earlier, master class does not necessarily mean I'm a master, but because I have been fortunate to have had a lot of education in science and engineering, along with an even more in-depth training, in music, both Carnatic and Hindustani. I have come to a point in life where I believe that there is no domain that is independent. Today we tend to put art in one box and science in one box and technology, innovation. We have so many terms now. I think that music is science and science is music, and science is not necessarily validating music. And music is, a domain that involves science and many other things. So I am so thrilled that two of the very powerful communication mediums we have today in India is एक तो है film. हम लोग film के बगैर हम लोग we cannot survive almost. It's almost like oxygen. और दूसरा है संगीत. तो जो कि आपने ये कदम उठाया कि म्यूजिक और फिल्म्स और साइंस और फिल्म्स को एक साथ लेके आने का और उस पर इतना बड़ा भव्य फंक्शन और फिल्म फेस्टिवल बना है, आई थिंक इट इज़ एब्सोल्युटली अमेजिंग. और मुझे कभी कभी लगता है कि दिस इज़ गोइंग टू बी अ वेरी वेरी बिग थिंग. The fact that you're bringing film and science together, you are doing a very making a very big statement that these are not independent domains of knowledge.
I have also interacted with the organizers of the festival, and they've said that they are looking forward to inculcate the scientific temperament among the youth, and that is one primary reason of bringing the National Science Film Festival to Gauhati University. Okay. So how are you looking forward to meeting the students who are looking forward to your class?
One thing that I can say with great confidence is that using mediums of communication like film and music to extrapolate not only science but to disseminate a temperament for all knowledge is very important, because in most of our education systems today we keep everything apart. So I think that ये जो प्रसार है, विज्ञान प्रसार, is a very great endeavor, and इसमें बहुत काम है लेकिन and I hope and pray that this movement goes on, and children and young minds are given a kind of a holistic experience of science, and not just restricted to books and textbooks and laboratories.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for interacting with us, and we're really looking forward to the masterclass by Mr. Parsuram, and we have many other discussions and other topics. We have film screenings as well, so we'll continue with our program as of here.
This is 8th edition of National Science Film Festival of India, and we are screening approximately 82 films on science, health, technology, आम आदमी का ज़िंदगी से जुड़े हुए जो मुद्दे हैं, साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी के, हेल्थ के, एनवायरनमेंट के. वी आर स्क्रीनिंग हियर, एंड not only film from India, but we got film from South Korea, USA, UK, Germany, Norway, Italy, and France and some other countries. तो जो यहाँ फिल्में दिखाई जा रही हैं उसमें कोशिश हम कर रहे हैं कि जो हमारे आज के चैलेंजेस हैं, डेवलपमेंटल इश्यूज़ हैं, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग की बात है, क्लाइमेट चेंज हो रहा है, पोल्यूशन है, लॉट ऑफ हेल्थ इश्यूज़, हमारा डाइट, हम किस तरह से हाउ वी कैन प्रमोट साइंटिफिक टेम्पर इन आवर कंट्री. बेसिक एजेंडा इज़, एम ऑब्जेक्टिव इज़ टू इनकलकेट scientific temper, rationale, because in our Constitution of India, Article 51AH says it is fundamental duty of every citizen in India to inculcate, promote scientific temper, humanism, spirit of inquiry and reform. तो कुछ इन्हीं मुद्दों पर हम काम कर रहे हैं, and we are trying to develop or create a culture of science film in the country. बहुत सारा मास्टर क्लास हो रहे हैं, वर्कशॉप हो रहे हैं, पैनल डिस्कशन हो रहे हैं, और सबका पर्पस यही है कि हाउ वी कैन कनेक्ट साइंस फ्रॉम साइंटिस्ट और लैब टू सोसाइटी. We have invited a lot of scientists from IIT Gauhati, Max Planck Institute, Germany, India office, UNICEF, जो हमें बताएंगे कि what are the emerging areas for science filmmaking, हम किन विषयों पर अच्छी फिल्में बना सकते हैं और अपना साइंटिफिक थिंकिंग को इनरिच कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि सारा मामला जो है वो हमारा थिंकिंग का है. If we think scientifically, act scientifically, then we are promoting scientific temper within us, and it will enhance our informed decision making based on information.
Few foreign films were also screened on the first day. Among them was Argo, towards a sustained European contribution to Argo, a film on the science of climate dynamics. The science of climate dynamics and climate change is one of the most pressing issues of our century. Understanding and predicting changes in both the atmosphere and the ocean are needed to guide international actions, to optimize government's policies, and to shape industrial strategies. Produced by the French National Institute of Health and Medical Research, Argo, towards a sustained European contribution to Argo, is indeed a film to watch.
Requires global data sets of the highest quality. Argo is a global ocean observing system for the 21st century.
The oceans have a fundamental influence on the Earth's climate. Over the past 50 years, the oceans have absorbed more than 80% of the Earth's warming due to the increase in greenhouse gas concentration. And one of the key objectives of Argo is to precisely measure this heat, which is stored in the ocean and which is redistributed all over the world through the ocean currents. More generally, Argo, together with satellites, are needed to describe and forecast the ocean state. Argo data are in particular a crucial data set for the ocean analysis and forecasting system that are developed in the framework of the European GMES program. In a few years, Argo has become one of the most essential components of the global ocean observing system, needed to observe, understand, and forecast the role of the ocean on the Earth's climate. And we must now ensure that the global array will be maintained over the next 10 to 20 years. And this is a very challenging task. We need to deploy about 800 to 900 floats every year. And the European component of this effort should be of about 250 floats per year.
EuroArgo should correspond to an integration of resources, research capacities at European level, where member states, region, research agencies, research institutions accept to pool their resources in order to have a real critical mass, European approach to to respond to scientific needs.
The EuroArgo research infrastructure will establish a high level of cooperation between partners in all implementation aspects: operation at sea, array monitoring and evolution, technological and scientific developments, improving data access for research and operational oceanography, link to international management of Argo programme. The main research and ocean centres in Europe are involved in the EuroArgo research infrastructure. 12 European countries are involved today. More countries are expected to join the infrastructure in the coming years. After being released into the water, the float dives to a programmable depth of 1,000 meters, where it starts its underwater ocean journey, drifting freely with the deep currents.
So viewers, with us we have the VC of Gauhati University. Hello sir. So how do you feel like, such a big festival like the 8th National Science Film Festival is taking place in Northeast for the first time, and that too in Gauhati University for the first time. So please share your opinion on
It's a very, it's a very special feeling, and I am honored, rather say the university is honored to host this festival, because this is not only a festival that we are hosting, this is the festival we are hosting for entire Northeast India for the first time. That's very special.
And nowadays science is very important. It's bridging the science films are bridging the gap between the science and the people, the common people. Right. So, and it's very important. So, being the VC of the university, and what message you'd like to give to the students?
My message to the student is very clear, that we have to really follow science. The objectivity will come from science. We must keep in mind that without science, we cannot achieve the reality and truth. And if we want to achieve or reach out to the truth, we must follow science and its objectivity.
So we have with us Professor Gautam Biswas. Hello sir, so how you feel being a part of such a big festival like the 8th National Science Film Festival?
It's a very nice experience. I'm enjoying it. Just few minutes back, I was interviewed by Doordarshan, Delhi. It was a very nice interaction, and the ambience is very good. Students are very excited. I'm enjoying.
And how what's the opinion regarding science communication? How important is science nowadays?
Science communication is always important, and disseminating scientific knowledge, getting students motivated towards science is, unavoidable, is a mandatory component of society. Society cannot progress without scientific temper. So the kids have to be told about exciting stories. They have to be initiated with scientific thoughts, and they have to be given exposures in science whatever possible way. Now obviously film and such short talks, communications, these are some of the ways to disseminate knowledge, to motivate them, to get them attracted towards scientific career, and it must be done. And that way this is a very good initiative taken up by the Government of India, by Government of Assam, and also Gauhati University has played a massive role in this endeavor.
Another foreign film to be screened on the first day of the festival was 30 Years of Healing the Ozone Layer, How It All Happened from the UK. 2017 marks the 30th anniversary of the Montreal Protocol, the international agreement that has led to the phase-out of more than 99% of ozone-depleting chemicals and significantly contributed to climate change mitigation. The protocol garnered the support of stakeholders from 197 countries, signaling a truly global effort to make changes for a greater good.
The International Environment Treaty. Every country in the world has endorsed it. It's continually adjusted and modified based on scientific inputs. So every 4 years we produce this scientific assessment for the Montreal Protocol, and I'm one of the 4 international co-chairs whose responsibility it is to assemble this document. To collect the evidence, we use complicated computer models. These have been developed using NERC funding. We build digital simulations of the atmosphere and the processes that control it.
In this lab, we develop novel instruments which we use to answer questions in various parts of the atmosphere. These measurements can then be used to help constrain the models and eventually to improve them. We have a new instrument here which is going to go to Borneo to measure isoprene emission from trees in a novel experiment where we're trying to make the atmospheric measurements at the same time as a wide range of biological ones.
We can then use the model to ask what if. So, what if we add or remove substances like the CFCs? And what are the consequences if ozone changes? After the discovery of the Antarctic ozone hole, we used these models to explain how ozone is removed from the atmosphere. So we demonstrated the large role that CFCs played, and also that the loss isn't just confined to Antarctica, but also happens in the Northern Hemisphere.
We've also used our models to project how ozone might recover under the protocol.
And to point out, crucially, what would have happened had there been no treaty. Ozone depletion has had a major impact on the atmosphere and was brought about by human actions which happened over only a few decades. If we hadn't had the protocol, a significant environmental and health disaster would have ensued.
It's vital that as scientists we continue to monitor the success of what's already being done. And it's absolutely crucial that scientists provide the underpinning knowledge on which politicians and businesses can base their decisions.
Well, Anubhuti, I'm sure, just like me, you two had a really good time here at day one of the National Science Film Festival. So much on offer right on day one. It started off with a bang, be it the inaugural session, the competitive films that were screened, the foreign films that were screened. Each and every bit of it was thoroughly enjoyable, informative, and most importantly, it goes with the theme that they are trying to promote. They are trying to inculcate scientific temperament into the young minds, and that is the reason why they are organizing here at Gauhati University campus.
And the best part is DD Notice is the official TV partner.
Exactly. Yes. So as far as the highlights are concerned, you get to watch it every evening at 9:30 p.m. and the repeat telecast will be at 9 a.m. the next morning. So for the next 4 days, a lot of things lined up for all of you. So keep tuning in to DD Northeast for more on the National Science Film Festival of India.